The original plan, I understood, was to go over there, take the airplanes, put them away somewhere, wherever we put them, and prepare them for winter storage, for corrosion.
Buffalo Joe McBryan is getting anxious.
But since September till January, they sat there and corroded, really. There's salt in it.
Joe's been worried for months about 2 of his CL-215 water bombers now being stored in Cardiff, Wales. The planes are overdue for scheduled winter maintenance. They spent all summer fighting fires in Turkey using salt water, and that salt water is Joe's issue.
The reason Corey went over there was to take the airplanes and wash them.
Once we gotta get this part of
No, that's what I meant, but that didn't happen.
Joe doesn't trust that the planes were well prepped for winter when engineer Corey Dodd delivered them to Wales.
Well, no, the original plan, we're stuck to the original plan.
Basically, he was taking shots at me, basically saying that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I didn't like that.
So from a maintenance point of view, you guys believe that you can take an airplane out of the water in September, and in January...
You're getting the wrong thing here. It's not like we just left the fucking thing covered in salt and water and just walked away from it. That's what you're trying to blame us.
No, I'm not.
And you know what? You can blame me all you want. Right now, I'm really pissed off. So, you know what? It's my fault. I'm in charge of it. It's my fault. Okay? You can fucking blame me all you want. Because I don't even want someone to blame. Don't blame Adam. Don't blame Rod. Blame me. We'll talk later. Okay? I'm fucking tired of this.
So am I.
I'm supposed to be the one in charge of them. So when I get accused of not doing my job, you know, I get pretty serious.
Well, we already told you last week what we were doing. I have nothing else to argue week after week for this.
As far as I'm concerned, Roddy put the skids under that guy. If he wants to talk to me like that, he does work here.
No.
I'll tell him right now then.
Well, then I'm gonna have to go too, because I can't do that job too.
Corey got frustrated, said what he wanted to say, and stormed off, and Joe went storming after him. And then I went storming after him, just like a bunch of freaking chickens in a chicken fight.
Look, if you spend another day in this f***ing drama show, I have to go too, because I can't do this f***ing job too.
No, we don't have to go.
You know what?
We don't have to go, right? You want to shut that camera off?
He shouldn't be interfering sometimes, because things are taken care of and it's all organized, and he tries to micromanage.
You guys don't have to
Trying to stay out of the game.
Whether Joe's in the right or not, Rod and Corey need to get to Wales fast.
Hey, Mikey.
Yep.
You rejected my passport.
What?
Yeah. Because my mouth is open.
Rod has been grounded.
You don't have a passport?
I look like mouth must be closed.
Oh my God. You're not supposed to smile unless you're part of the military. The military can smile on their passports because it gives an impression that they're friendly. But I guess the general public's gotta look stern.
Rod's aiming to hook up with his boyhood hero, Iron Maiden frontman Bruce Dickinson. Bruce is an accomplished pilot and the owner of Cardiff Aviation, where the planes are being stored. Without a valid passport, the maintenance mission is on hold, and Joe's fears are on the rise.
Can you explain us the problem with the corrosion on those ducts?
No, I can't. Nobody wants to address it, as you can see.
Joe's frustrations were escalating. When you're used to an operation that everything comes home at night, it's a small bush operation. Now we're a big operation or bigger, that has airplanes international, and it's frustrating for Joe. I can understand that.
So Rod needs to get moving. Days later, with his passport problems behind him, Rod has made it across the Atlantic Ocean.
I wonder actually where we are.
I don't have a clue where we are, to be honest with you.
No idea.
Man, it's busy here.
It is so busy. It's hard to believe. It's just a big culture change in Yellowknife, that's for sure.
I hate people.
They're en route to Wales, and they're taking some time to soak up the sights.
It's a big clock. It is a big clock. Somebody has to fix it.
We're just used to being, you know, when you walk down the street, there's not a million people walking down the same street. There's, 10.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how many people there are. You know, there's busy. Just like being west of Edmonton Mall at Christmas time is my only experience with that, really. There's not even walking rules. You just kind of wander around like zombies here. It's hard to believe there's this many people all doing something.
It's a shock for the boys, but they're trying to develop a taste for British culture.
Oh yeah, this one for Joe. Mikey. Joe. And my wife. Even though I was saying to steal fridge up and sticks to it.
And you're done chopping now.
Yeah.
Now the real tour can begin.
The whole royalty thing does nothing for me whatsoever. Palaces. I like castles. Castles are cool. I haven't seen a castle yet.
Look at that big horse.
They're just in time for a big spectacle.
They're changing some guard around or something.
Changing their shorts or something. I think it's just a big show they put on. They got nothing better to do to justify this huge building.
It turns out that history and pageantry aren't really Rod and Corey's strong suits.
Waiting for the Queen to come out. Haven't seen her yet. The open window there, is that where the Queen sticks her head out or what?
Yeah. Throw some flowers or something. That's where she throws her cigarette butts out.
Those are empties.
Now they're due to meet their UK host, Bruce Dickinson.
There you go. Proper little airfield.
And Bruce is taking them to see a whole different kind of history. Here at the West London Aero Club.
Imagine the flights this place is seeing, eh?
Yeah, a bit of history here.
A place where Corey and Rod can finally feel at home.
This little thingy.
Oh, wow.
Well, the neat thing about that place is basically it's an air park that it's mostly all single-engine airplanes.
There was old vintage aircraft and biplanes and open cockpit and huge community of aviation enthusiasts that you just don't really see here.
Airspeed indicator.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that, yeah.
How simple is that?
Yeah, great. Goes up to 120 miles an hour, at which point you're off the end of the world.
Yeah, it's funny, you hang around the big airplanes and you kind of forget about all the where it started, eh?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Vacuum instruments.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Venturi.
You lose sight of all the cool stuff. Oh, wow.
Never even seen one before.
Hundreds of these out in Canada.
Look at that, eh? I'm just amazed that all these things are in here like as normal airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that they're actually flown and not just sitting in a museum.
No.
You know, like, it's a flying museum, right?
Yeah.
Look at they all have a little bit of character, eh? Like,
Yeah.
But the history here goes a lot deeper than old planes.
Amazing.
White Waltham Airfield was the base of Britain's Air Transport Authority. During World War II, the ATA ferried over 300,000 planes to RAF squadrons and helped turn the tide in the Battle of Britain. Steel pads underneath the grassy runways allowed a huge volume of air traffic to take off and land here, while keeping up the disguise of a quaint country airport.
B-17s, all the big heavy bombers that they were bombing, the Germans with, they'd fly them into this place. We still operate the same engines and stuff that they were using in World War II. So it's different for us because we go to see all this stuff, but we're still flying the history.
Holy crap. Wow. Look at that.
For all your maintenance requirements.
Yeah, obviously they haven't called them in a while.
We're gonna have to hide that if Joe comes here. Oh, I could use that.
We got like 4 of them, I think. Hey, 4
Yeah.
or 3? 4.
Sounds like a little 3, eh?
It's been a good day after all, and a very different vibe from the hangar back home.
Oh, you see with airline. Oh, yeah.
Those pilots were quite happy to hang out, drink coffee, drink tea, fly their vintage aircrafts, and just be real.
But tomorrow, Rod and Corey head for Cardiff. And if Joe's planes aren't in perfect shape, the boys might not want to go back home.
Give me the grand tour.
On a country road in Wales, Bruce Dickinson is taking Rod and Corey for a ride.
And a 15-year-old Land Rover that's squeaking and chattering, clutch.
Didn't realize they can do 100 miles an hour, these things, because he drives like a maniac.
What's this guy doing?
Nothing passes. Nothing passes.
They're speeding toward Bruce's Cardiff hangar to reunite with their planes. If they make it that far.
This freaks me out, dude.
This is where I make the mistake on the country road, tearing down here and forget which side to be on.
It doesn't really matter as long as you move over.
Yeah, Rod was in the front seat, which I think I felt better in the back seat because at least you got a little more area between you when you do smash into something.
Luckily, there's some quaint Welsh scenery for distraction.
There you go, little thatched house.
Is that actually a real roof like that?
Yeah,
That's where you hide all the weed?
yeah. There's your birds.
There's our birds. We left them 4 months ago.
But before Rod and Corey get a chance to see how Joe's ducks are holding up,
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Bruce wants to give them the grand tour.
Here's our hangar number 1.
Man, oh man. Holy smokes. Twin hangars, huge, that would fit 747s.
This one was designed for a VC-10 to sit nose in.
It's a state-of-the-art facility, fit for a rock star.
Like, I mean, you put all our 215s in one side, and still have room.
And it's a long way from what the boys are used to.
Oh, so that's the cockpit. That's the cockpit. Oh, I gotta get in there and check it out. Yeah, I could get into this.
The machine shop that's in that hangar is state of the art. You could build an airplane with what's in that room. I mean, there's millions and millions of dollars of equipment in there.
Look how many bits are on this thing. Unbelievable.
Now Rod and Corey need to get down to work, and they need to hope that Joe's fears are unfounded.
Yeah.
Look inside, the old girl. So we left it. It's all one piece still. Maybe a little cleaner than we left it, but
Yeah, they're clean.
Bruce's crew has completely cleaned up the planes and prevented any corrosion. But the boys still have work to do. They need to pull the water bombing system from one of the planes for its scheduled maintenance.
it needs to be nice and dry in here.
Yeah.
So if you need anything, just give us a call.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much.
Step 1, they need to empty the fresh water that's still in the tank.
Well, it's just water anyway, so.
Now that they've carefully drained the hold, they need to set up in the dark belly of the plane.
It was sure nice to have some light inside. As long as we don't get zapped by 220 power, we'll be all right.
And the simple act of plugging in their work lights
You'd think there'd be a lot more power outlets.
is a problem.
Well, I guess we're not in North America any longer. In North America, we just have normal plugins, right? This is all weird pronged things. Basically, we got $1 million worth of equipment here and not a $25 extension cord. I'm totally lost right now.
Why does it all have to be up like that?
Oh, because I got a funny accent. That's why I got funny power plugins.
Okay.
It's another case of culture clash for Rod and Corey.
Problem is, none of them have the right bulb plug in it.
So I might have a good question or a dumb question.
What's that, Mike?
Where is this?
10.
Where does it go?
This will go into a transformer.
Creates a little ratchet. Right there. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah.
Finally, they can get down to the work they came all this way to do.
Ooh, that might just do it, eh? They're sheepish, eh? Well, I guess that's what that means, eh?
Sheepish.
Rod and Corey are on their way home from Cardiff.
What's the deal? A bunch of stones or what?
I don't know how they got here or how they did this.
Someone knows. Someone's got the secret.
The Romans forgot to ask the Druids how they did it before they killed them.
Maybe lack of communication again?
They're trying to enjoy some more of Britain's rich history.
It's a bunch of rocks in the middle of a green field. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be.
I'm not totally in awe.
Once again, the traditional tourist stops just aren't cutting it with the boys from Buffalo. Luckily, there's one more site to see along their route.
Concord is behind locked gates here.
There it is.
Right here. Oh, there she is.
That's freaking cool, man. I kind of imagine it a lot bigger.
It really looks like a dart. I hadn't seen Concorde in real life, especially a British Airways one, which is kind of iconic.
She's airborne in 26 seconds.
The Concorde was the world's first and last supersonic passenger jet, with a cruising speed of 2,200 kilometers an hour. 14 Concordes went into service for British Airways and Air France, starting in 1976. But after a deadly crash in 2000, passenger numbers began to decline, and in 2003, the Concorde was retired.
It's too bad they stopped flying away.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a shame.
It's one of those things you'll never get a ride on now, eh? That's it.
After finishing their work and sharing a moment with a piece of aviation history, Corey and Rod can head home. UK mission accomplished.